Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and he's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
Guys, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It's got to be Sunday. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend and that you're going to just rest tomorrow. I know, guys, that you rest a lot these days. There's not a whole lot left to do if you're not an essential worker, right, Jack?
Yeah.
Got to sit around your house and look at yourself in your underwear.
Just do some flexing. It makes it look sexier.
Speaking of flexing, Jack, we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. We are going to flex. The Monkey in the Morning show itself is going to flex because I'm getting tired of being real right about things and YouTubers being told how irrelevant we are.
They just tell us that because they know that we can destroy the ratings on some of these garbage channels that are only in existence because they're on the cable.
Well, I saw something that struck me funny. I don't think you were there for you weren't there for the whole rant about Biden the other day.
Probably not.
Because you came in about an hour into the show when I was mostly done with that. But in that show with Mika and Joe Biden, Mika asked Joe Biden about the possibility of a report that was turned in on him in the Senate about grabbing a woman and digitizing her.
Yeah.
And I said at the time, I'm like, she never claimed she made a formal report, and she never, ever claimed she reported that. In fact, she said just the opposite. All along. Well, the AP dug back through its notes, Jack.
Oh, no.
They dug back through their notes, and they found that when they interviewed her last year, she said she didn't file a formal report.
Holy shit. It's like they should have paid attention the first time.
Like they should have paid attention to their own goddamn reporting.
You call it reporting. They call it journalisming. Like they're journalisming so hard.
James Golly says, for not being Jack, you're still pretty relevant. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, James.
No, not everybody can be Jack. There can only be one.
It's true. It's true. I fortunately have that title. Look, no, what they call journalisming is very different from what actual journalism is. It's sort of like a drama. They're playing a part. It's not really the part they're supposed to be playing, but they call it the same thing.
Collective Gaming says 7 hours into a 12-hour shift. Glad to see you're up at all times. We're happy to be here to hopefully entertain you. I saw this because Jennifer Rubin, we're going to be talking about Jennifer Rubin a bit tonight. Hi, Nuts. How you doing, sweetheart? And Gamer Valine, hello. Guys, I know I always say hi to the women. I apologize for that, but I am kind of sexist. Isn't it funny that I'm the sexist one, but I always acknowledge the women more than the men? That kind of shows a sexism, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm sexist towards women, but that's not what people mean when they call me sexist. Huh. Anyhow, you should make a shirt. Do you have a shop at all?
Yeah, I have a Teespring store.
You should make a Not Jack shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I bet that would sell, man.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to write that down.
Not Jack shirts coming soon, guys. Jennifer Rubin tweeted out today. Let me get her exact tweet. I had it up and then I moved it. You guys know me, least professional monkey on the internet, and you're getting me at my absolute best today. You know what the bad part is? I actually pulled up the main article I wanted to talk about, so that's ready to go, and I got distracted instead. This is the one I want to point out. Don't need to share audio. There we go. Let's bring this up big so you can see it. Less credible by the moment. If you guys don't know who this is the subject of the Biden complaints. This is Miss Tara Reid. As you can tell, she's absolutely not the actress. She kind of looks like the actress after like a 10-day bender. Thanks for going with me on that, Jack.
I think 10 days is really underselling it. This is more like a few years, maybe a meth habit.
Look, I'm just saying it's not that far off. But anyway, that thing less credible by the day. Read, quote, I didn't use sexual harassment in Biden complaint. She didn't actually say the word sexual harassment. And they're trying to frame this as though she somehow lied. She never did. Now, again,
any length to protect her, though, or protect Biden.
I think she's lying, guys. I cannot stress that enough. But there's other ways to prove it than going, hey, this thing she never said is untrue. This is a straw man. It's a fucking straw man. But it makes her less credible. Like, no, it makes you a fucking asshole for not paying attention to the actual news that you've been reporting. Do you think I talked to Tara Reid? Where do you think I got this information? When I said it 30 hours before the Associated Press got it. And they ran it as a fucking gotcha moment. It's not a gotcha moment. It's a gotcha moment for the fucking Biden campaign. Like, you liars are pointing to this, pretending that's what she said. You're strawmanning this bitch to make your case. To me, the best evidence that she's lying is the way the story came out. Once again, let's go over the timeline. Early on in the campaign, August-ish, somewhere around there, she comes out because some woman claimed that Joe Biden sniffed and kissed her hair. So Tara Reid decided to come tell her story to back that lady up. She told her story being touched on the shoulder, finger being run down her neck, and Joe Biden saying she had nice legs. She also said at the time that she made a minor, or she complained, and they stuck her in a little office with no windows. And then she made an informal complaint to the Senate. That was the story. And then just about a month ago, she came out and went, no, one time I was supposed to take a gym bag to him, and he found me and pushed me up against a wall, started kissing me. I told him no. He said, I heard you liked me, and slid his hand down and digitized her. And then walked away and said, you mean nothing to me, while shaking a finger, we don't know which one, she never specified, at her. You know why I don't believe it? I don't believe it.
Sniffing?
I don't believe it because she says the reason she didn't tell the whole story was the reaction to the first story. If she told the whole story together, then she would have got a reaction. But she can't. You don't tell half the story, gauge the reaction, and then go, okay, I'm not going to tell the rest of it. You can't blame not telling the whole story on the reaction to only half the shit you told people. Because if you told them all at once, you'd have a little more credibility. No, I did it. And they called me a Russian asset. Who gives a fuck? They call everyone a Russian asset.
Yeah, the half of the world works for Russia, apparently. They have an infinite amount of money, apparently. Either that or people work real cheap.
Well, I mean, it's still, it's not communism, but it's still Russia.
Yeah. Real quick on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Jordan250, for the donation. Lawnmower broke down. I should be putting this cash toward a new one, but I guess I can use the weed trimmer. Awesome. Thank you very much. That's sorry about your lawn, but I appreciate it.
But I just want to point out that Mr. Neil Mohan, I got to talk to you again just for a minute, man. Neil Mohan, he works for YouTube, and he said that YouTubers can't provide context. Can't provide context the way the real media can, Jack. We're just sitting in our basements. This is going to become a theme around here, guys. Every time I call this shit before the press does, you're going to have to hear about it now after this shit. Because that little fat fuck. Yeah, Neil, I'm talking to you. You're a little fat fuck, man. Get on the treadmill. You're not crippled like me. Brain cripple, maybe. I can't believe the way they suck up to these people, Jack. I mean, I can because they throw money at each other. It is a disgustingly incestuous relationship at the moment. You give me money, we'll give it back to you in ad revenue. What a great way. And we'll screw all the creators in the process while insulting them as they do your job better than you.
Yep.
I'm a little perturbed. I was pissed off when I saw that, Jack.
You should be. It's fucking bullshit.
And then if maybe he meant specifically masks. We're just not. We can't give because he was talking about masks at the time. This Neil Mohan who works for YouTube, If you're talking about masks, the people that work for us who do our job so that we can have one, they just can't provide context on wearing a mask. Fuck you, you fat bitch.
Right? Dangerous said he sent a Tara Reid piece to the hashtag that is apparently quite interesting.
Okay, I'll check that out in a minute. We're going to get to Jennifer's story here in a second. Jordan, thank you. If this story is true, that would make Joe Biden a monster, a digital monster. Joe Biden is a Digimon. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. So watch out with the kids. Digimon.
I'm with you, man. Digimon sucks. It's so Pokemon, so I'm roundly hated for these opinions. Look, I agree with you that the story is likely fake, like completely made up. The first story where she said she got touched on the neck and whatnot, that's probably true.
I would put money on that actually happening.
Yeah, because he has a touching problem. He's a very handsy guy. And I would be willing to bet that he's done a few ass pats in his day.
At least one or two.
Yeah, and I think that's why he doesn't want his Senate record released. Because he's got unpopular opinions from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And he's probably got some complaints from people for like being weird and kind of creepy.
Faithless says maybe you should start timestamping your epiphanies and you can send the links to the guys and I called this. Well, in fairness, Faithless, I do want to point out when we all called it with that chick who killed her husband, you called it first. I didn't see it, but I do absolutely believe you that you. I think you said you called it during the first show, and I didn't think the murder angle. I believe until we got to Monkey in the Morning that night, and it suddenly hit me like this sounds like a goddamn investigation discovery. So yeah, sometimes the audience does it.
Yeah, it reminded me of that one. Reminded me of that the Tylenol tampering back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. It's just a fake ass story. Yeah. Our audience is better at doing the news than the fucking news, Jack.
Oh yeah. Well, they find stuff for us all the time.
They're great people and they're smart. Faithful said it was my first comment murder. Like I said, I didn't see it, but I absolutely believe you because I know how. Is it wrong to say I know how you think? No. Faithless has been with us a lot, and Faithless is not like. Faithless is pretty out there, and I don't want to say out there. Uninhibited with his opinion.
He's
out thinker. Out there makes it sound like he's it was aliens.
No, that's my job. Don't steal my job.
You're not Jack.
It was alien murder.
All right, let's get on to this fucking twit, Jennifer Rubin. If you guys don't know Jennifer Rubin, I follow her on Twitter mostly because I like to irritate myself.
Apparently.
She's a fucking idiot. She claims to be a conservative, and that's what they bill her as, the conservative writer for their opinion section over there at the Washington Post.
Well, by Post standards, she probably is a conservative because she's just like kind of commie.
Faithless says, I'm opinionated. You are, and you're unafraid to share your opinions, and I enjoy that about you. But it makes me, there's some people in the audience like, what do you, if I had to guess what they thought about a story, I'd be like, I'm not sure. With Faithless, I think I could guess. Because he's opinionated and shares, and that's great.
And he's right a lot.
This is Jennifer's story from, I believe, yesterday. No, the media isn't fair. It gives Republicans a pass.
No.
Now, I want to remind you, this is the conservative opinion writer at the Washington Post. I saw a comment because she tweeted this out, and my favorite comment under this said, "Squints in Covington," and I about died laughing at that. If you guys don't remember, the Washington Post is being sued by Covington kids, Nick Sandman and his lawyer, for $250 million.
I hope he wins.
Me too. The right-wing media, willfully ignoring the press investigations into Tara Reid's accusations, insists that former President Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic nominee, has not been treated similarly to accused conservative men, e.g. President Trump, Justice Brett M. Kavanaugh. They have a point, but not the one they're trying to make. We're gonna have to back up and examine part of what that stupid bitch just said. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not that comes off as sexist. I need a stupid asshole. What the stupid asshole just said. Gamer Valine, thank you. Speaking for women, we will get the pants equality as shown on Twitter. And since my voice matters more, I will get it so you aren't jailed for looking. Oh God. It is funny. I mean, the things that women get away with that I can't. I got banned for 7 days for bimbo, Jack. For fuck's sake. The right-wing media willfully ignoring the press investigation into Tara Reade. Nobody is suggesting the press hasn't done a little bit of digging. The difference here is the press is out there to prove Tara Reade is lying. While when it came to, say, Justice Kavanaugh or Donald Trump, they've been out there to prove the accused were guilty. Instead of, in this case, the victim, I'm using air quotes, the accuser is guilty. It's a funny thing. The New York Times, I mean, it is a fact that this is the only time they've ever mentioned in any news story about sexual harassment claims that you can go to jail for a false rape allegation was in the Biden case. They didn't bring that shit up when Julie Swetnick came out with her rape parties, her 10 rape parties that she went to as a college student at some high school kid's house. They didn't go, well, maybe this bitch is lying. Nope. Nobody's saying the press hasn't talked about it at all. There's a lot of them who have avoided it. CNN almost took, I think they were close to 4 weeks. The New York Times didn't report on it for 19 days. And their explanation for not doing so, and I am not making this up, is so that they could put it into perspective for the readers.
Uh-huh. That means craft the narrative.
Yeah. Not so they could tell the truth, not so they could find out all the information, so we can put it in perspective for our readers. You fucking, that's propaganda, you shitbag. Anyhow, this article's I might rant a bit during this one, Jack.
That's okay.
Because it's fucking stupid, man.
Sounds like it.
Look, women aren't stupid. This woman is stupid. I just want to put that out there. Let's start with the big picture. Right-wing groups persistently engage in conduct for which Republicans are not held to account.
Those bastards. The
latter are allowed to remain silent after instances of conduct with a strong stench of white nationalism, but pay no penalty for their quietude. Right-wing demonstrators at Michigan State House this week, angrily shouting, not social distancing, misogynistic in their message, some carrying Confederate garb while not engaged in peaceful protest. This was a mob endangering the health of police officers and others seeking to intimidate small d Democrat government.
Small d, really?
Yeah. Some protesters compared Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer to Adolf Hitler and displayed Nazi symbols. Yeah, because she's being a fascist cunt. Oh, sorry, a fascist cock. A fascist prick. That's what my governor is. She goes on to tweet or tell us what Newsweek reported on this. What happened in Lansing today is dangerous in so many ways, said Michigan Democratic Congressman Dan Kildee in a Thursday statement. Today's protest will come at the expense of public health. Protesters openly defied the advice of medical experts, putting their own lives and the health of all Michiganders at risk. This is all this guy's quote. The political rhetoric on display was also repelling. Republican elected officials compared Michigan's stay-at-home order to the Holocaust, and protesters carried signs calling for the execution of those who they disagree with. This behavior is especially appalling the week after Holocaust Remembrance Day. Every leader in our state must condemn the use of hate speech, racism, or threats of violence. None of that happened. None of it happened.
It happened in their imaginations. That makes it real. Because they don't know the difference between reality and fantasy.
As far as any pictures have shown up, there was one idiot with a Confederate flag. And the when this first came up, they talked about the Nazi symbols. You guys should watch Matt Christensen's video on the last protest, because he talks about this. They did the same thing. They go, oh, there were Nazi symbols there, and then it was pointed out to him, they're comparing her to Hitler, and now it's like, oh, how dare they compare her to Hitler? Like, are you going to apologize to the people you called Nazis, who were actually showing that they disdain Nazis? Probably
no,
not.
you're all Nazis anyway. That's how it works.
Now it turns to sexism, because how dare they go after her?
She's a woman.
The Newsweek story goes on, and this is a different person. There was a lot of really disgusting symbols of hate. Michigan Democratic Senator Dana Polanki told Newsweek in a Thursday interview, you've got your Confederate flag still, disgusting misogynistic signs about our governor, signs suggesting she may be killed, and then lots of people bearing arms. I want to read that again. There were lots of really disgusting symbols of hate. And at the end of that is, and lots of them bearing arms.
Yeah, that's a sneaky way of saying that the people making the threats were holding the guns. And that's not exactly what actually happened.
It's also a way of saying, if you have a gun, you're hateful.
Well, of course. I mean, that's a given, isn't it?
Yeah, Gamer Verlian says, have they considered the symbols used as a narrative? No, that's how the Nazi thing bit them in the ass. Like, they had Nazi symbols. Yeah, comparing the governor to fucking Hitler. Not in a good way. They weren't saying, oh, joy, Nazis. They were saying, this bitch is a Nazi. We don't like what she's doing. Democrats, maybe you guys should try that. I know you guys already embrace communism. Are you going to start embracing Nazism too? Is that going to be the next thing? You can't insult Nazis. They're on a weird fucking trend, man. Anyhow, so we're back to dimwit Jennifer here. On Trump, Twitter insisted, quote, these are very good people, but they are angry. Where was the media outrage? All over the fucking place, you blind bitch. Oh, God damn it, you blind prick. Trying to be very unsexist today, Jack.
Good luck with that.
Where were the questions to every Republican member of the House and Senate?
What?
Gamer Valine, thank you. No, I mean as a plant to create false narrative. Oh, well, we've seen that before too. When was that? That was the North Carolina protest. Of course the press didn't consider that either. But anyhow,
well, they want to do that.
Okay, so where were the questions to every Republican House leader or House and Senate? Could anyone imagine Black Lives Matter protesters armed to the teeth and shouting disgusting comments about a Republican female governor without the media demanding comment from Democrats? Yeah, because we've seen it, bitch.
Yeah, that sort of thing happens all the time. They degrade women on the right constantly. Michelle Bachmann was a classic target. So was Sarah Palin.
Degrade them, talk about raping them, talk about murdering them, talk about killing their whole family. Yeah, that shit happens all the fucking time. And the press says boo.
Yep.
Della Hayes, thank you. Finally found where that $10 was hiding. So here's half. As I'm told, it is not an outrageous amount of money, and I'm clearly expected to be able to pay for the content I enjoy. With a little smiley face with a tongue sticking out and LOL. Thank you, sir. That is very kind. But remember, even though you gave me that, since you can listen, you still have $10 somewhere. That's the great thing about listening to this show. No matter how broke you think you are, you have $10. You don't have to give it to me. But like, damn, I'm broke. I should watch Monkey. Magically, $10 will appear somewhere. Because some twit on Twitch said so.
Yeah, you just have to find it. It's hiding there somewhere.
It's hiding. It's probably in the pants pocket of jeans that you washed and forgot it was in there.
Or it could be in your roommate's pair of jeans that they washed and forgot it was in there.
Once more, the media normalizes entirely abhorrent conduct from the right and fails to even try to hold Republicans to account.
What?
The only time that the Democrats were asked to answer for Black Lives Matter was when they were sticking up for Black Lives Matter. If you disagree with this, Jennifer, you're in the press. And there's a Republican out there who's talking well about them. According to that Newsweek article, both of those Democratic assembly people from Michigan said that the Republican lawmakers were supportive of this group. Go ask them. Go ask them, but go hold their feet to the fire instead of writing this outrageously stupid shit.
Right. Real quick. Thank you, Della Hayes from the Streamlabs. Here's the last $5 out of $10 I had. Thank the thoughts because I thought I had no money, but I just needed to search incredibly hard to find it. At first, I wanted to use it to save orphan fires from a wild baby, but this is clearly the way to spend it.
Much better. Yes.
Thank you. And that wild baby, nothing to worry about.
Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Ex-Bubba Hotep says, I am reminded of a certain saluting pug, so they already say you can't make fun of Nazis. Thank you for the donation. And you're not wrong. We that was a weird thing. I hadn't thought about it. Tommy C is the one I saw a video who made this. He's like, dude, when they're doing this stupid shit, remind them that they're holding Nazis to where you're not allowed to make fun of them. You're making so you're not allowed to make fun of Nazis. Do you guys realize you're doing that?
I don't think they do. And that's really funny, actually.
Gamer Valine, thank you. I still say plants after the nurses' protest. There were some in there, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for the donation. And Terry, thank you. Do you have $10? The answer should be no, because you should have already given it to Monkey or Jack. Thank you, sir. Remember, we beg, but we don't need it to the point where you need to not take care of yourself. Always take care of yourself first, and then give me money. Give Jack money. We like money. You know why, Jack?
Because we're hungry.
Because women like, well, there's that, but women like money.
They do.
You give women money, and they will touch you in your no-no spot sometimes.
That's true. That's true. They'll touch your no-no squares. It's a fact.
So if you don't want your no-no square touched, do not give women money. If you do want it, I'm not talking about prostitution here. I'm talking about simple biology.
Yeah, and gifts. You know what? It's safer to just give us the money.
Yes.
Because that way you won't get a venereal disease.
Indeed. And I there's one woman in my life like, here you go, and she'll punch me in the crotch, and you guys can be happy.
And she'll twist your nipples for money.
Thank you, Gamer Valine, who says, I like money.
Idiocracy.
That word always gives me pause. Because I know how it's supposed to be said, and then I start to say it, and my brain goes, that's not a word.
Yeah. It looks like idiocracy.
Right. And my brain's like, Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Dragon Mage, who says, the only problem with Hitler is he was a man. If he had been a woman, he would have been fine. Good to know. Right?
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what they're getting to. Look. They're bad for calling her Hitler. Hitler was a good man. I don't know what they're going. Anyway, let's get back to Jennifer, the moron here. All right, we already read that part. Regarding claims of sexual harassment and assault, consider that Trump is not asked about the rape allegations made against him by E. Jean Carroll. Now, listen to this, okay? He's not asked about the charges made against him by E. Jean Carroll. He denied in 2019 knowing her and recycled a grotesque trope, namely that rape is not about sexual attraction. She's not my type, he declared during an interview with The Hill in 2019. If he wasn't asked about it, how the fuck does she have a quote from him being asked about it?
Yeah, and isn't that the crazy bitch that said something about rape being sexy?
That's the other part. Yes, E. Jean Carroll is the one that they brought up. They thought they finally had Donald Trump. CNN got such a boner, man. Their dick got raging hard. And she was on all their shows. And the big show, Anderson Cooper. This was hyped the fuck up. We got E. Jean Carroll, the woman who was raped by Donald Trump in a dressing room back in, what was it, in the 90s?
Something like that.
Yeah, raped in we're gonna have her and we're gonna talk about it. And Anderson Cooper comes on, and he tonight we have a woman who's claiming a sexual assault against Donald Trump. This makes the 15th credible sexual assault allegation against Mr. Trump. That's what Anderson Cooper said. And they have this talk where she kind of describes what happens, and they're getting ready to go to break. And E. Jean Carroll says to old Anderson, I think rape is sexy. And he goes, huh? She goes, most people think it's sexy, don't you think? And Anderson's like, we got to go to a commercial break. We'll talk to you. We'll see you. We'll have you back. We'll talk in just a minute. And that's where she said something about liking him. And they go to break.
You're really fun to talk to.
You're really fun to talk to. That's what it is. They never bring her back. She goes away. And anybody sane in the media is like, don't touch that crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Gamer Bleen, thank you. Oh, let me get my tiny mustache then so I can do whatever. Back to being female now. I'm done with my made-up gender for the moment.
Nice. Oh, so you're gender fluid. Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Terry Diamandis. Consider this my immunization against venereal disease. Glad to help, buddy. Thanks.
We're saving lives out here. We're saving lives. Shrouded Angel, thank you so much for the black cat. That is... I was going to say the black pussy, but I don't know if that's proper to say. Anyhow, he did. She is currently suing him for defamation. Talking about E. Jean Carroll and Trump. She's suing him for defamation for saying she was ugly and that he wouldn't fuck her and that he didn't really know her, that he didn't know her. Now, it did come out. There was a picture of her and him, but not like hugging or anything. She's like in one of those handshaking line kind of things.
Yeah.
He knew her husband and they were at an event together and a picture. This proves he knew her. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. If I take a picture of you at a public event and somebody is standing near you, or even if you're shaking their hand, that doesn't mean you know them. You could have just met and it could have just been an acquaintance thing and you never met again. That happens all the time in the real world, Jack.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think that bitch is crazy.
Oh, me too.
Like, not just bunny boiler crazy, but like certifiably nutso that things like gnomes live in her garden and shit like that.
Trump is not asked about this suit, about a similar suit from Summer Zervos? Starts with a Z, Zervos. A similar suit from Summer based on his denial of her allegation that he groped her. He says it didn't happen, so she's suing him for defamation.
Yeah, and he probably can't talk about ongoing litigation anyway.
Right.
So that's fucking dumb. Everybody that's ever seen an episode of Law and Order knows that.
Well, they're desperate to get Trump into a what's it called?
Canary trap?
Well, no, where they get him in there to ask questions before a trial.
Deposition. Yeah.
Deposition. Because you put him into a deposition, you can ask him all kinds of shit. That has nothing to do with what you're even talking about. Anyway, he has never had to answer a bevy of questions as Biden did Friday on any, let alone any of these allegations. Bitch, you started this paragraph telling us how he had been asked about it by the fucking Hill.
Yep.
What we get looks an awful lot like 2016. The media stops harping on Trump's alleged egregious acts, but demands details and a full accounting from his opponents for Democratic conduct. No. They're asking Joe Biden for an accounting of his conduct and the press an accounting of their conduct. This is a shell game they play, Jack. We're gonna take the point. We're gonna move it over here and we're gonna slide this in and see if you get distracted by it. I'm not, you crazy bitch. Sorry, crazy prick. I'm not distracted by what they're trying to do. I've seen this over and over and over again, Jack, with this poor woman. I don't think she has a claim. I think her original claim is get over it. It's a little weird, but get over it. Unless you're going to sue him for sexual harassment, saying that somehow he ruined your career or something. It's 30 fucking years ago, and I don't believe your digit story. I really don't.
No.
Gamer Villian, thank you. He's going to get it thrown out and his lawyer fees paid. It's a bad faith lawsuit. There is a standard for this. Did you see E. Jean Carroll? I'm not disagreeing with you, but you could explain all that to her, and she'd probably go, "It'll be okay." The bitch is crazy.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of who was the Williamson, the crazy bitch that was running for president.
Oh, Marianne.
Yeah, she reminds me of her.
Where are we at? The media has adopted the approach that a pattern of sexual harassment claims over decades is not relevant because Trump has denied them. Yet they, properly, one investigated the single assault claim against Biden. How do you think Jennifer knows about all those things? Do you think she's linked into some or to the courthouses and reads every case that comes through? Or do you think Jennifer reads in the news what's happening and is commenting on it?
I would say skims the news at best.
Well, I'll give you that part. But when your example that they don't hold him to that standard is them holding him to that standard, the fuck are you going to do? You can't talk to somebody like this. This is a woman who just does not like conservatives. Claims to be one, but doesn't like them.
Yeah.
And this is a woman who was kind of up on Bernie, a conservative who's like, Bernie's cool. Cougar Knife, thank you. You guys rock. I hope this is going to the both of you. You know what? I can toss some of that at Jack. I can take care of that for you.
Thank you.
We're just going to jump to the end. There's only one more paragraph, but we're going to skip that shit. The media regularly deny the accusations that they normalize Trump's conduct and insist they are balanced, yet they have neglected to hold Trump accountable for his conduct, just as they regularly fail to hold Republicans accountable for the protesters we now see around the country. Some white nationalists, some sporting Confederate flags, and most refusing to follow social distancing directives.
Man, they're really big on that social distancing.
Republicans have gotten very good at intimidating the media, working the refs, and it shows. Dun, dun, dun.
Whatever. This is such horse shit.
This is a shell game. This is a distraction. This is a rodeo clown.
Yeah.
The point here, because my standard is the same as it was with Kavanaugh, as it is with Trump. Show me proof. Otherwise, best you have is a he said, she said. And tell me your story, and I'm going to tell you whether I believe it or not. I believe, not Eugene, I believe Tara Reid's original story. Yeah. I do not believe E. Jean Carroll. I do not believe Blasey Ford. I do not believe Swetnick. I do not believe these fucking women when they're talking about the other stuff. Did Trump grope that woman? I don't know. I can see it happening. Is that worth taking down a president over? Probably not.
I will not eat green eggs and ham. Indeed.
I've seen Trump's behavior with women when he was younger. So a lot of the lawsuits are like, he grabbed my butt and he tried to kiss me. That's several of them. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's not sexual assault.
No, that's misread signals or being an asshole. It might be sexual harassment, but it's not.
Yeah.
And back then it probably wasn't even that.
It's boorish.
Yeah.
At worst. Now, he tried to kiss me means he didn't kiss you. All right. Where's Jack? I remember being a young man. I remember being nervous. Like, does she actually want me to kiss her? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's common though.
I still have that feeling because Lady Monkey sometimes hates me. Like, should I go in? I don't think that's a criminal thing. Somebody trying to kiss you, somebody getting a little
handsy,
amorous. Somebody getting just a little bit amorous to you. and you saying no and them stopping, nothing happened. That's not a crime. That's no meaning no, for fuck's sake.
Right? Real quick, I got a Streamlabs here. Thank you, Terry. And I don't know how this got through. I can see the case for rape being sexy. She means for the rapist, right?
Oh. Well,
Jesus, Terry. Thank you.
In fairness, if you want to be fair that way, there are a lot of romance novels and movies and stuff. I remember watching Days of Our Lives. Yes, I used to watch Days of Our Lives quite a lot. There was one couple that got together after the dude raped her. There are a lot of these novels and stuff where the first encounter is very rapish. And it is known through polls and stuff that some women have rape fantasies. Nobody thinks real rape is sexy.
No, they think being taken is sexy. Not necessarily rape. It's more of like she wants to do it, but kind of is holding back. So it's not non-consensual. It's just aggressive. That is more along the lines of what they're talking about. This is not what rape is, though. That's disturbing. That's horrific, and anybody that's ever seen a victim knows how disturbing and awful it is.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, these people are disturbed.
Yeah. Snubber, thank you. There's literally romance hentai with rape themes. There's a lot of it in F1. Thank you for the donation. There's a lot of that kind of stuff out there. But again, that is fictional. Nobody's out there like, man, I hope I really get raped tonight.
Yeah, there's a fine line between fantasy and reality. And apparently some people do not understand what a fantasy is.
That woman's insane is what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. There we go. Sorry, got to close some stuff up. So that brings an end to Miss Jennifer, the whining moron. I've seen a lot of this though, of different people. Like, look, the Democrats they hold everybody to. The press is doing this the same way as they've done Biden or have done with Trump and Kavanaugh. No. Once again, the Trump, and what's the word I'm looking for? Haters in the press. They're not out there to prove Trump did nothing wrong. They weren't out there to prove Kavanaugh did nothing wrong. They're absolutely out there to prove Biden did nothing wrong. And if you need any more example than that, look at Miss Rubin's credibility lost every day thing because they found out that Tara Reid said something she said.
That's a hate fact and a kind of confusing one.
Right? It's like, look, she said what she said. Like, yeah. Like, this proves Biden is innocent. Like, no.
No, not even remotely.
Oh my God, it's fucking insane. You had the fucking New York Times write that there's no other complaints against Biden other than hugging, kissing, and touching that people were uncomfortable with. Any other man doing this right now, even a lot of Democrats, if that was written about them, it would be sexual harassment.
Yeah, you know who they need a visit from at the DNC proper is Sexual Harassment Panda. Because he comes in, he's like, Sexual Harassment Panda, and it's really catchy, and he tells you not to touch and sniff other people. These people are fucking nuts, man. They will go to any length to protect this doddering old man that needs to be in a home.
Dangerous Spaces, thank you. When you give victims a national platform but don't give Trump a chance to defend himself, that's giving Trump a pass? What is she talking about? Well, Dangerous, what she's talking about is a diversion. Like, don't pay attention to how fucking dirty the press is being here, how dirty they are all the time. This is her going, look, all that shit you know about the media being full of shit and completely left wing, Don't believe that, because I'm going to literally tell you lies to prove it otherwise. She fucking said Donald Trump wasn't asked about this, and then told us about the answer he gave when he was asked about it. The fuck are you talking about? Oh God.
What shocks me is an editor did not catch that.
Are you really shocked by that?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not these days.
I bet an editor read that and went, ooh, good point.
That's a good one. We got him now. Yes, we do. I picture a lot of these people a lot like the big fat cat or the big snowman from the Bugs Bunny cartoons. I love him and squeeze him and name him George.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems to be about their intellectual depth level.
Lesser Logic says, yes, you're streaming. Yeah. Sorry I missed last night, guys. Gave my voice a chance to rest a little bit. It's been having problems. Oh, and then on the Lords of the Night stream tonight, Jack. Oh, God, that opening sucked. Whew. I get out of the shower 20 minutes before the show. I get out of the shower, and I'm drying off, and suddenly that pain just hit. And it's a pain that normally it comes on slow.
Yeah.
And it's the kind that usually keeps me in bed. And I get in here to the computer and start setting things up, and it's just getting worse. I'm like, I don't have time to ask one of the guys to set this up instead. So we just push through. And I'd like to thank Scribbles and Jack and Satsu for carrying that shit, because holy fuck, y'all saved me.
You sounded a lot better by the end there, but it sucks you were feeling so rough early
About
on.
an hour in, the Motrin really started taking effect. Speaking of which, I need to take some more of that. Have you seen how much these people spell words incorrectly and have terrible grammar? I don't think they have editors. Well, no, here's the thing. They have editors. They pay people to edit. They just don't. They're really, really bad at their jobs.
Yeah, the job of editor seems to be mostly an honorarium, where you're not actually expected even to show up.
No, you're expected to go on to other news shows and talk about shit.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's doing well at home. Quarantine is making my days melt into one another. Rochelle, I get that. I do. That's why when I open the show and wish you guys a happy whatever day it is, most of the time I, honest to God, don't know what fucking day it is.
That knowledge is overrated, sir.
I know what day it is by trying to remember what Lady Monkey was working. So like today she didn't work. I'm like, okay, did she work yesterday? Yes. Okay, it's Saturday. Well, that was for yesterday. Today is like, okay, I did a show yesterday on my channel, so today is Sunday. I actually have to do that shit. When you go to work, man, you know what day it is most of the time. I sweat under my mask at work. I bet you do. How long do you have masks, Jack?
I have a Bandito mask when I go out in like the local area, but I have like a really good mask if I'm going to go to Walmart or something. But like, how long do you think before we start seeing people with like this tan ring, like there's a pale spot where their mouth and nose is from the masks? Everything else gets tan.
That's going to be funny.
Yeah.
That's going to start happening. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's like when you wear your sunglasses all day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cougar Knife, who says, oh, you're going to make me sing it. I saw the sign. Joe's fingers opened up my thighs. I saw the sign. I didn't get the beat exactly right, but I tried. It's been a while since I've heard the song. God, they used to play the shit out of Ace of Base.
Yeah, I liked Ace of Base, though, so it didn't really bother me too much.
I'm not a fan of Euro disco sound.
Euro dance music?
Yeah.
I have a secret guilty pleasure for that left over from the 90s, and it is probably something I shouldn't admit to, but here we are.
Hey, you be you, my friend. You be you. I didn't hate it, but especially when they would take other songs and put that Euro trash dance beat to it.
Yeah.
They did that once to Purple Rain.
Oh, I remember that. I've heard that before.
That's sacrilegious.
Only for diehard fans of Prince.
Let me say again, that's sacrilegious.
I think that's a big word for this. I'm gonna go with disagree.
I love Prince. I really do. He's one of the few celebrities, and when he died, it actually hit me. I was like, fuck. I went and got all my Prince CDs and just listened to them back to back. My brother was a really big Prince fan. I liked Prince. I mean, I was never one of those. There was a time, guys, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was time if you listen to Prince, like, that's so gay.
Yeah.
Your mom doesn't think so. But I always liked Prince, but that was one of the connections me and my brother had. But I woke up many, many days to the song Starfish and Coffee. If you don't know it, it's on Sign of the Times. It's a really catchy little tune. Never got radio play. But the first day I didn't wake up to that was the day after he hung himself.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's that connection there. And Prince just became this thing for me that was a connection to my brother. And so, yeah, when he died, man, that hit me hard. I actually made I have a monkey that is a tribute to Prince. Yeah, I love Prince. So when I say sacrilegious, I mean fucking sacrilegious, Jack. This is a religious thing for me. I have actually seen the movie, not just because, Purple Rain had a sequel, right?
Yes, I did know that.
It is a horrible movie. What the fuck is the name of that movie? Graffiti Bridge.
Yeah, I've never actually seen the whole thing.
It is a bad movie. It is really bad, but I've watched it probably 40 times.
Wow.
If you guys want to see a good Prince movie, go out there and watch Under the Cherry Moon. That was actually a pretty good movie.
Is that about a stripper named Cherry and her butt?
You've never seen Under the Cherry Moon?
No.
Oh my God, dude, you got to watch it. It's a great movie.
Whenever there's a musician in a movie, it usually is garbage. Exception, the Deadpool.
Oh yeah, I forgot Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah, Axl Rose was in that, and he got killed. And then it was like a 5-minute thing. It was great.
Under the Cherry Moon is done in a very noir style. It's all in black and white. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie, but for a singer who's acting, it is by far Prince's best movie.
Oh, yeah. Faithless corrected me. Vanity was in The Last Dragon, and that was a great movie also.
Vanity, I always wanted to put my dick in her, but I would have been afraid to.
No, Terry Cool's Ice was not a good movie. Vanilla Ice ruined Turtles too.
He really did, and that movie was bad anyway.
Yeah, although I am going to track down a copy of Cool as Ice now. Because I don't think I've seen that. I have the Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth. I have that on VHS. I picked it up at a garage sale for like $0.25.
Dude, you got to watch Under the Cherry Moon. Oh, it hurts me that you watch so many weird ass movies and you've never seen that. Of all the people that I think would have seen that, I would have counted on you.
I know. I'm very hit and miss with some movie genres though, and musicians and movies tends to be pretty terrible.
Eagle says the only thing I'm hearing is homosexual tendencies. How dare you? Prince was a puss slayer, man. That dude fucked everyone. Anyhow.
Oh dear God, Cool as Ice is on DVD. I thought I was going to have to buy it on VHS.
Terrible movie. Who? What? Cool as Ice? Yes. If you're talking about Under the Cherry Moon, go sit in the corner.
I'll watch it just because you told me to. That's my job as sidekick. But, doing it under duress.
Not a great movie. It's a good movie. Freddie Prinze Jr. is my personal hero. I follow, isn't it Prinze? I thought it was with a Z. I could be wrong.
I think it's pronounced as Freddie Prinze, though.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Beats me.
I follow him on Twitter. He's actually a really upbeat guy over there, and he's a gamer, so you can watch. He has a YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah. He plays games over on his YouTube channel, and he talks to the audience. Yeah, he's funny as shit, actually. Plus, he's banging. He's still with Sarah Michelle Gellar, right?
I don't know. I think so. I'd still bang her.
Sure. She got that weird nose and that crooked finger, but hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about her crooked finger. I ain't gonna look at that.
Yeah, but you're hugging and you're together, you're doing the naked thing, and she grabs your butt and that crooked finger accidentally goes in.
Hey, if something accidentally goes in me, something's accidentally going in her butt too.
And that's a fair trade. I'm just saying that would be my worry. Like, I need your hands up here.
Yeah, I'm okay with a little ass play if it means I get to probe her. But I'm just saying, there's trade-offs you make in a relationship.
Yes, fair is fair. At least it's not Megan Fox's toe thumbs. Indeed, Keeverdam. Indeed.
Over on the Streamlabs, Gamer Vleen, thank you. Check Twitter. It's Batman without Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, let's see.
Well, as you know, I uncovered a secret image.
You're not even allowed to talk about that anymore. That traumatized me. Batman's greatest weakness: tan lines. That's fair. I mean,
that's why he goes out at night. You don't get moonburn very often.
That's true, but he was out in the daytime a lot in those movies.
Yeah, he was.
God, I hated that Batman outfit. I get it. To move his head, you actually have to do something like that. You can't do it like the comic, because that's what happened to poor Michael Keaton, where he has to turn his whole body to look left.
Right? But I did find this secret image of Batman with Alicia Silverstone.
No. God damn it. You're going to make me show this again, aren't you? Real quick, Dragon Mage, thank you. According to the ADL, Steam enables far-right extremists, and what day is it? What day is it? The ADL is a bunch of fucking... The ADL is probably who made this picture.
No, this is a production still. So it's obviously legitimate.
You are a bad man.
And you can see, here is obviously Batman, probably played by George Clooney, and here is a rather chubby Batgirl. Or as he calls her here in the original production, it was called Batcow.
I believe somebody told us we had a story over on the hashtag. Oh, no. Who did this? Jack, this is awesome. Check it out. Jordan, you are a hero.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is fucking amazing. Digimon, Digital Monsters. That was a catchy tune. Oh my God, the Ass Crack team, as always, is on it. Holy good God.
They're always on their game, man. Real quick, thank you, A. Nell Prober. That's how it's spelled. It's fucking awesome. Beware there be dragons. Thank you. I'll keep an eye out. I'm also going to keep an eye out for aliens.
Okay, this is the one that... Oh, dear fuck. Who's... Dangerous, you sent this to me on purpose? I don't know if I want to read this.
You probably don't, but, that's what we're here for. We don't have to like the news.
He said, make sure Monkey checks the authors. Being painful, I know, but it's hilarious. You may get a permanent spot in the corner for sending this to me.
Oh, what are you talking about? That dude's already got like a table and chairs and a cot over there. He's already got like my home is the corner, knitted in a little quilt.
Well, it's Frosted's area. Dangerous doesn't get to sent there that often.
No, but he has a little visitor stand. They got what do they call those? A hide-a-bed that Frosted keeps for him.
We're going to quarantine him here in a minute. Biden accuser Tara Reid allegedly stole from nonprofit organization. Written by Brian and Eddie Krasenstein.
What? Okay, Dangerous, you were right. And I would vote corner pass for that, for finding something so lovely.
But he's making me read the Krasensteins.
Yeah, but you love the Krasensteins on a secret level.
No,
they're great content sponges.
Oh, they're such assholes. No, I don't know if I can do this one. I'm looking for something, guys, before we read this. There it is. I need to play this before we do the story, Jack.
Uh-oh.
This is kind of important. Because it makes me laugh. Goodbye, Krasensteins. Though I never liked you at all, it's obvious that you've got less brains than you have balls. Goodbye, Krasensteins. From someone who thinks you should be in jail. It's not really cool to steal from people. I hope you burn in hell. And it seems to me you lived your life like grifters in the wind, never knowing who you'd scam next till the plan kicked in. I'm glad I didn't know you. You're both such dicks. Ed is the brains here. Brian's just a fat, ugly twin. Yes, I'm still very proud of that.
You should be.
I actually thought of that whole song all together in the shower. I was taking a shower and like, oh, that's awesome. Anyhow, so let's hear from Brian, the fat one, and Ed here. Look, this isn't about protecting women. This is a quote. This isn't about the hashtag Me Too movement. This isn't about Joe Biden. This is about the truth. Tara Reid stole from me. She lied to me. She stole from my organization. She manipulated me and she duped me. I want that to be shared because it's important information. And I have documentation, images, and emails to prove it. Lynn Hummer, founder, president of Pregnant Mare Rescue and self-proclaimed feminist. Since Alexandra Tara Reid's sexual assault allegations against former Vice President Joe Biden have come to light, careful examination of her account unveils more questions than answers. Are the Krasensteins really writing about somebody stealing from other people?
Yeah, the hypocrisy is beautiful.
3 weeks ago, we reported on the many contradictions in Reid's account, as well as the extreme changes in her attitude towards the former vice president. She's evolved from a woman who repeatedly praised Joe Biden for work he's done to help end sexual assault in America in 2017 to someone who now says Biden sexually assaulted her in 93. We've obtained new information concerning Tara Reid's character from a nonprofit organization based in Watsonville, California called Pregnant Mare Rescue. Lynn Hummer, founder and president of the highly rated horse sanctuary that's committed to rescuing pregnant mares and orphan foals from abuse, tells us that Tara Reid volunteered at her rescue for a couple of years. During this time, Hummer alleges that Reid stole from her nonprofit, lied, and created stories to obtain money and sympathy. Where's the actual point?
The Krasensteins, do they ever have a point?
In February 2015, Pregnant Mare Rescue held a charity event featuring singer and songwriter Lucy J. Dalton. This event raised money for organizations through a raffle as well as a silent auction. During this event, Hummer recounts, Reid had helped me with the fundraiser. She was pilfering off the table and sticking items under the cloth under the table, trying to steal and take them home. Thomas Bately, who was and still is a volunteer at PMR, also recalls that night and Reid's actions. What I saw was that she wanted one of the raffle prizes, put her tickets in the jar, and then hid the jar until it was time for the drawing. She rigged the drawing so she would get the prize she wanted for the price of one ticket. Okay. I'm going to throw this in the chat if you guys want to read all the allegations. There you go.
You know what this is? It's just polluting the jury pool sort of thing, where they're trying to impugn her character and say, well, she lied about that. She did something bad here. That means she couldn't have been a victim.
It's weird how it goes from anybody can be a victim no matter how they reacted. You know, if they didn't tell the police, if their story was wrong, maybe they forgot parts, to her story better be airtight.
Yeah.
Because when we asked for that, it's like, how dare you, sir? How dare you think a woman should have a memory? You know they're stupid.
Yeah, you should just listen and believe. And they're doing a completely opposite thing, right down to virtually what was she wearing.
I saw a story and I wish I would have saved it, but there was somebody who actually argued that Tara Reid's story is less airtight than Blasey Ford. Do you guys remember Blasey Ford's actual story? She's at this house party. She goes upstairs to the bathroom. Before she can get in there, Brett Kavanaugh and his friend grab her and push her into a bedroom. They're drunkenly laughing. He gets on top of her like he's going to rape her. His other friend is like hitting him and stuff as they're laughing the whole time. He rolls off her and she runs out of the house. That's her story. When asked for further details, what house was it? I don't know. How'd you get there? I don't know. How'd you get home? I don't know. Who was there with you? She gave names, and every person she named said that should never happen. I don't remember her being there at all. That's her fucking story. That is the story that is more credible than a boss groped an employee. That we know she actually worked for him. For fuck's sake, at least we know this woman had direct contact with Biden. That there makes her story more credible than anything Blasey Ford said.
Oh, yeah.
There's no proof Blasey Ford knew Brett Kavanaugh or ever met Brett Kavanaugh. Oh, anyhow.
I got Streamlabs here real quick. Thank you, Jordan250. Yeah, Tara Reid stole that money, and there's absolutely no way it's being funneled to you $5 at a time. Honest. Thanks, Jordan.
I thought this one was funny. I forget. I'll tell you who shared it in a second. Has anybody else noticed the word pandemic is just Dems surrounded by panic?
Yeah, that's funny.
That's true. And that was Pete sent that one. And Pete sent in some great memes today. I love memes, you guys. I think I'm going to do what Mike Headley does. Every once in a while, I'm just going to go, all right, I need your worst memes and do a thread. Havoc, thank you so much. The liberals have double standards. All who saw this coming say, I fucking I. Indeed.
I.
And again, if this was at the beginning of the campaign, they may have taken Joe out. They may have been like, you know what? He's not worth it, and pushed Warren harder. But since he's their nominee now, they're going to protect the fuck out of him. Gamer Valine, thank you. No, she needs the exact outfit and his DNA on her neck. No washing for 27 years. That is the standard. I don't remember. Only works for over 30 years. E. Jean Carroll claims she has Donald Trump's semen on a coat.
Gross. Well,
that's one of those. If her rape happened, as she said, and she has this, that's at least a little bit of proof. I mean, that his dick was out and near her coat.
He could have been banging the coat check girl and just finished on her coat.
I think it's spinach dip. I think it's the world coming around in a circle.
What if it turns out it's Geraldo's spooge?
I think it would be funny if they could find out whose it is and it's not Trump's. It turns out to be somebody like Clinton.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we have this DNA profile on record. That's the former president. I wanted to talk about this one too, Jack. Who sent this one in? This was also Pete. Let's put it on the screen here. If men can walk around like this, why can't women? One, men, don't walk around with your pants down like that. You look stupid.
Yeah.
And if you actually know the origin of that, you really shouldn't do it unless you're wanting it in the booty. Just telling you. It's kind of a prison slang.
Yeah. You're looking for a daddy.
However, in this case, women, if you want to walk around like that, go for it. More power to you. Here's the thing, though. If you do that, you're going to get gawked at.
At the minimum.
You're going to have guys staring at you, guys and gals. And you're going to have women judging you, and you're going to have men judging you, and you're going to have people, nice ass, baby. So if you want to do that, by all means, knock yourself out.
Yeah, and we all know women that have asses that nice aren't going to do that. It's always going to be the Walmart people, as I like to call them.
It's going to be like a naked or a nude beach. You know who goes to the nude beach? People you don't want to see naked.
Yep.
And I've never actually been to a nude beach, Jack. I've only seen pictures. And every time I see, and I've saw HBO, you know, their old thing, they've been to some. It's never people you want to see naked. It's like, ooh, you need a trim and a diet.
Yeah. Sit-ups are not done at nude beaches.
No. Anyhow,
you have a body for tarps.
I just love the thinking there. Oh, men get to do this. Why can't women do it? The difference is you're going to be judged a lot harsher on it than we are, because people are going to look at your body, because whether you like it or not, that's what we do. We check out women's bodies. And I know women check out men's bodies, but not the same way.
Yeah.
You know who else checks out women's bodies?
Lesbians?
Other women. All women. And they'll judge them. Now, if you call her fat, if you call somebody fat, like, don't call her fat. But when they're talking to their friend Sheila, like, I hate that fat bitch. Naughtiest Maximus, thank you so much. Nice ass, monkey. Thank you. Or did you mean hers?
Either way.
I have been complimented on my ass by strangers, Jack.
That's creepy.
No, I was 16 at the time and in really good shape. We're out playing volleyball. And from this window up behind me, I hear, you in the white shorts, you have a really nice ass. I'm like, come down here and say that. The fuck are you doing up there?
Did you make sure it wasn't Val Kilmer, just in case?
I like being complimented. I don't understand why women don't like it.
I just get hit on by gay dudes.
I don't mind that either. I had gay dudes tell me, you have really nice eyes. I'm like, thank you. What's wrong with that? They appreciate me. They know we're not fucking. They're just like, you're a good looking man. Like, so are you. You go suck a dick. I'm going to go find my wife. Gamer Bleen, thank you. No, we do. I was thankful for dark glasses in Australia. So many hot guys, and I objectified them all. Indeed. See, the thing is, you women, you don't tend to object. You go for like the more ideal type. You know what I mean, Jack? They like the fit guys. Those are the ones that they'll stare at. We'll stare at all of you. We'll look at the fat ones, the skinny ones, the in-between ones, the tall ones, the short ones, the ones with crooked eyes and straight titties, the ones with straight eyes and crooked titties. We're not that discerning. We're not as discerning as women are when it comes to, just checking them out. You guys go fat one and move on. We're like, does she have any redeeming qualities that will make me want to put my dick in that? Yeah, she has nice eyes.
No, she's fat.
Getting hit on by a gay man is disconcerting, as you wonder if you tripped their gaydar. No, see, I don't think of it like that way. I just think I think when gay guys do it to straight men, it's not fair, for one thing, because we straight men can't get away with that with women anymore. Just telling them. But it's a natural thing men want to do, is compliment something we find attractive. So that's all it is. Gay men also, look, gay men, we need to talk. And I know there's some of you in the chat here. In your couples, one of you needs to decide to be the women, because this isn't fair. This isn't fair. Guys like to have sex and are more, what's the word I'm looking for here, Jack? Stupid about it than women are. So like, there may be times I come home from work and Lady Monkey's had a hard day and be like, you want to do it? She's like, not tonight. Now, two guys, they'll be like, yeah, let's do it again. And we'll do it again in 15 minutes. It's not fair. They get to fuck all the time because there's no gatekeeper there. Gay men are getting away with it. Now, lesbians, you know why lesbians are so mad? Because they're both gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Neither one of them's getting the pussy, and that will drive you insane. I probably should have clicked a few more boxes on the monetization thing on this one, Jack.
Yeah, it happens.
Huh. Sorry, YouTube. You guys are asking me to be psychic about what the fuck I'm going to say, and I never even know. I do think it's unfair, though, that the gay men. This isn't the first time I've made this argument. It won't be the last, because you gay men, one of you needs to be the gatekeeper. One of you needs to say, okay, look, I'm going to stop us from having sex all the time. That's why gay people, that's why they get the term gay. You know what gay used to mean, Jack?
Happy.
You ever notice gay men tend to be happy? They tend to be a happy species. It's because they get to fuck whenever they want.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Gay men are privileged. Thanks for going with me on that, Jack.
I can't dispute anything you just said.
I know, right? Kathy says, "I love you, monkey. Love you back." I know that may come off as kind of comedic, but it's true. I've thought about that before. That's so not fair. They have no gatekeeper. They probably do the weirdest shit to each other. Most gay men I know are socially angry. Socially, sure, but my wife loves gay men. She really does. She watches. If you put a gay man on TV, my wife is going to watch. You put a gay man, she watches gay YouTube all the time. My wife watches 2 kinds of content on YouTube. Okay, 3 kinds, because she occasionally will watch my shows. So sometimes my shows, sometimes Fortnite videos, and mostly gay shit. And all of the gay people seem incredibly happy. You know why? They get their dick sucked a lot. I'm just saying. Ladies,
blowjobs are the secret to happiness, is what the lesson here is.
It's another reason why women are angrier than men. I know we get, we express our anger a little more forcefully, but women are generally angrier than men. You know why? They can't get blowjobs.
Oh, that's true.
If women could get blowjobs, they would be much happier. Now, I know it's some of you guys, hey, we have cunnilingus. It's not the same, I promise you. I promise you. Because I've done that a few times in my life, Jack. And no matter how good I am, and I'm quite good, thank you very much, I've never seen a woman make a face that is even equivalent to how I feel when the knob is first covered. That first moment is like, wow. Shit, well, I should check like 3 more boxes.
We fire like a blunderbuss. They fire like a machine gun. It's
Indeed.
A bunch of little bursts, whereas we have one gigantic blast.
Cirque says, any given moment, there are more gay orgies going on than straight ones. I'm just telling you, women are ruining sex for men. Y'all need to put out more is what I'm trying to get at. And I'm not saying this for me. I'm saying this for all the guys out there. Women, I know it's not hump day, but it should be blowjob day. Go out there and suck a dick today. Make the world a better place. Suck a dick.
Do your patriotic duty in these dark times.
Indeed. It will make your significant other, your best friend, that guy you once met, it'll make them all much happier.
It's true. Maybe don't do all of them, but pick one.
Yeah, pick one.
Preferably if you're married to your husband.
I don't want you to hurt your jaw or anything. Just pick one. And nobody in your family, West Virginians, somebody outside the family. I want to talk about Candace Owens for a minute. We talked about this on Lords of the Night, but I got to talk about it again. Monkey and Jack, you're wrong about that, and you will never know the feeling because you're dudes.
Don't ruin this.
You see, women think they understand. They don't. They don't. You guys, I know you like sex. I'm not saying women don't like sex. I'm not saying it doesn't feel good for you, but you don't know. You just don't. Our sex drive leads to us starting fucking war. Like, that bitch over there told me to kill you. You gotta die. That's how much we like it. You guys might, oh, it was so good, I'll bake a cake. You just can't win this one. Trust me. You don't have a dick, you don't know.
Yeah, there's like a whole series of investigation discovery about dudes just killing people for their wives.
Yep. Because we like it that much. We like it so much we will kill for it.
And they have that hypnotic juice inside. I learned that from an internet guy.
Faithless says Helen of Troy. Exactly. I mean, people like The Bible causes the most war. Nah, pussy does, man.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
The Great Pussy Wars of 2020. Women get mad when I talk about this because we like the sex. I know you do. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not. But you have no fucking idea. You really don't. Oh man. We got to talk about Candace Owens. She got a little slap on the hand on you from YouTube today, and honestly, or from Twitter. I'm sorry. The slap she got was really stupid.
They usually are, though.
Well, yeah, they are. But she got in trouble for encouraging people to break quarantine kind of guideline things. That's what she got a slap on the hand for on Twitter. I don't have her actual tweet up here. And I can't go see it because she blocked me, which is part of what I want to talk about. Because some of you conservatives out there need to stop being such fucking hypocrites. Candace Owens, you're like, I feel bad for me. They silenced me. Bitch, you censor me. You took what you write and made it so I can't see it because you got pissed off about something I say. And it's not just me. You do it to a whole bunch of people. You're fine with censoring. You just don't like when it happens to you.
Yeah.
Now, they can still go out there and write stuff. But to me, this is like saying you can't read that book. That would be censorship. I hope Candace gets to where she can talk on Twitter again because I'm not in favor of that kind of shit. But stop being fucking hypocrites. You fucking people out there, there are too many of them. Too goddamn many who claim to be in favor of free speech. And then at the slightest inconvenience, suddenly they're willing to shut down somebody else's. It is sad when Jimmy Dore is actually more of a free speech advocate than the conservatives who bang on and on about it. Jimmy Dore is a far left-wing fruitcake most of the time.
Yeah.
But he is dead right when it comes to free speech. He stood up for a man he spit on.
Which is weird and probably slightly sexual.
Now, I have no problem with muting. I don't have to read the shit you say. But I don't mute people because, fuck it, if you want to read what I say and respond to it, more power to you. But, yeah. This I'm noticing it more and more these days, Jack, because there used to be much more of a push for free speech and people have moved away from it and they only drop it when they get in trouble. I said something wrong. Feel bad for me. You knew the rules. And in Candace's case, again, I don't think she should have been banned over this. And again, it looks like it's just maybe a 24-hour slap on the hand kind of thing. But Ranting Monkey, they're just saying, please don't read my stuff out loud. How dare you, James? How dare you? No, I fucking hate that, man. You censor, but you're like, I'm for free speech. Fuck you. I've noticed recently, Jack, a lot of conservatives have blocked me on Twitter. And it's not a ban for a robo ban kind of thing, a bot.
Yeah.
Because I've been following. I say something, oops, I'm banned. Like, you banned me from you. What the fuck are you talking about, you free speech piece of shit? Why are you making the lefties right?
It's the tribalism. People get entrenched in their enclave and they don't want to listen to people outside of it. And if somebody contradicts them, they just automatically assume that you're against them.
Lefties doing it, I understand, because they're not out there for free speech. At least they're honest about it. At least they're fucking honest, you fucking hypocritical pieces. I fucking hate hypocrites. I really do. Hypocrisy is just a lie if you know you're a hypocrite and keep doing it.
Yeah. With a major issue like that, I agree. There's little hypocrisies people do all the time. You know, I let some of that slide. I think we're all hypocrites to some degree. But on a major issue like free speech, no, you can't be a hypocrite on that and still claim it.
If it was somebody who's just one time said they were in favor of free speech kind of thing, all right, maybe they didn't put as much thought into it. But if you're out there beating the drum, fuck you. Ah, man. I mentioned I was going to talk about this. It was sent to us yesterday, actually. It would have been on yesterday's show if I had done one. Biden operatives accessed secret Senate records at University of Delaware before mid-March, report says. Now, this is important to the whole Biden story. We're very Biden-centric tonight, guys. I'm sorry. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this case. When I was discussing Biden, when I watched that Mika interview with Biden over on the Morning Joe, I said, I wonder if Biden has been into the Senate records. Then I even said I would bet that he was in the Senate records. Joe Biden's campaign dispatched operatives to the University of Delaware's library in the past year to rifle through his secretive Senate records there, Business Insider reported Thursday, raising the possibility they accessed documents related to Tara Reade's accusation that he sexually assaulted her when she worked for him in 1993. The development came as both the Atlantic and the Washington Post argued that Biden should instruct the university to turn over records, saying they could contain information of any complaint Ms. Reade made, either through official congressional channels or to the 3 other employees she claimed she informed, not specifically of alleged assault, but more generally of harassment. The stuff I talked about, you guys. But yeah, I'm not shocked at all that they went through there. I wouldn't be shocked if there's records missing.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be records missing. If they went in there, why wouldn't they? You could take stuff out. Nobody's obviously supervising them. And second of all, this is Senate records. These should be public domain.
Jack, did you go through and actually watch that interview with him?
I watched quite a bit of it. I got really bored about halfway in and started kind of spacing out. But I saw quite a bit of it. And I think he did kind of a terrible job.
There's a point where he actually says that those are his records of speeches he's gave and the positions he held when he was in public office, and he's running for public office right now, and those could be used against him. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, back up. Your public statements have to be hidden because they could be used against you? Yeah. And no red flags in the media from him saying that shit.
No, because they're with him on it. And that's bullshit. A lot of these things, even like strategy meetings and stuff like that, they're only sealed for like 20 years. So like the behind the scenes stuff, not the public stuff, that's obviously in the public record. But the behind the scenes stuff is only classified for so many years. But he's been in office for 40 years and he doesn't want any old views getting out where he might have dropped the N-bomb or said something during the AIDS crisis, stuff like that, that would be seen very verboten now. That's what he's worried about. He's worried about losing the Bernie bros.
Yeah, and it's funny to me that he actually said that, and she didn't press him on that point. Like this is pertinent to what's going on. And I'm not talking about the Tara Reade thing. Leave Tara the fuck out of it. All of that shit should be out there. Why in the fuck are your public speeches hidden? He did say in there, I might have talked to the Russian leader. All right. Let's say you have some private stuff in there. Go through it. If you have it, it's obviously not, if the University of Delaware has it, it's obviously not classified. Because you can't just turn that over to anyone. So stop pretending like anything in there is like some kind of secret. It's stuff that was going to be released anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. This should all be at National Archives and not with some private or even a state university. They shouldn't have any of this shit yet. It should all have been screened. I don't think any of it got looked at by any official that wasn't like an Obama appointee. Sure. They're just like, whatever. So I think there's some shenanigans going on here. They're definitely shredding some paperwork.
Yeah, because anything that's classified would stay at the it doesn't stay at the White House. It stays with the official record where classified stuff goes. And in most cases, that stuff, I think it comes out a couple of years after their death, it's allowed to be released. Or after, unless it's something very sensitive. Like we didn't get a lot of Reagan's papers until I want to say it was just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because there's like a requirement of like 20 years or 25 years on some of those. Other ones are like, have to be declassified.
Right.
But if this got sent to the university, that tells me that it should be public domain. Because this is
none of it's classified. He's like, I don't know anybody who's ever done that. Well, I don't know anybody who hides their public speeches.
Yeah, that's weird. I find all of this very, very shady.
That should disturb people. That
Absolutely.
Biden's public record is so scary to him. He doesn't want you. Public record. Now, the only way he's getting away with this is because the internet didn't exist. If he had given all these speeches and stuff, there's a lot of it that's out there still. I mean, like the Anita Hill hearing.
Yeah. Well, you ever see that, what was it, CBS clip where they busted him with all his lies and stuff? It's an old clip.
About his college stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring that up in a minute. Let me get this Streamlabs real quick. Expo Hotep, thank you so much. He also doesn't want to remind the public he was caught plagiarizing some speeches back in the day. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. You're right.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah, no, somebody sent me the video of Biden the other day. So I got to scroll quite a bit. I apologize, guys. Yeah, you guys got to see this. It's funny as shit. I love that you guys are so active. Oh, we should see this too.
You gotta watch that Karen clip tonight.
Oh yeah, if I can find that, I will. I'm gonna just throw this up onto the screen real quick. There's not much more to it than this. Let me scroll down so you guys see it. Michigan pilot gives a literal FU to governor over coronavirus lockdown. He drew this shit in the sky.
That's awesome.
And this dick looking thing, they said is an arrow. I'm like, okay, maybe that's an arrow. That looks like a dick.
That looks like a dick to me too.
But it's pointing to Lansing, where our state house is. Yeah. So yeah, that other screen you guys just saw, that's how I keep my chat. So the big blue circle is where your scary dings come in my ear. And then you guys talking. Do you have that clip, Jack, of the woman?
Yeah, it's in the side chat there.
Let's do that one real fast. So I'm looking for the other one. I wish there was a way I could give you control for this shit.
That would probably just backfire because I'm not very good at these.
Nah, I'd teach you. It's not that hard.
There's a lot of button pressing involved.
And once again, I have to remind people, whoops, that's not what I want to hit. When you're recording yourself or anybody else, turn your goddamn camera sideways.
Landscape, people.
It's not that hard.
Portrait is for family. Landscape is forever.
Landscaping is not just for Mexicans. The context of this woman's mad that this car is in the crosswalk. Bitch, I lost her mind. Look at her losing her shit. She's staying way back right there. Her bravery.
She's like pulling on his window or something.
Yeah. This is my favorite part. Here comes. Crazy bitch. Okay, that's enough of that. Are her pants falling down? I don't know. Was she wearing a fanny pack?
Yeah, she's wearing a fanny pack.
Is this the Biden clip?
I like that she was like kicking the door and cause all. He could have got out and just decked her right in the face, and I don't think anybody would have said anything.
No, and she kind of deserved it.
She absolutely deserved it. She's kicking his vehicle because he's in the crosswalk. Get over it. Walk around like every other pedestrian on the fucking planet. Stop being a crazy bitch.
All right.
You don't know if that guy's armed either. That's a bold move.
It's a good way to get shot. And they'd be like, I was defending myself. That crazy bitch was trying to get in here.
Yeah.
All right. This is the clip we were talking about, or the incident. Hopefully the volume is not horrible. It's a bad video, but
Explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Did you catch his excuse?
His memory failed him.
He accidentally thought he finished in the top half of his class. He accidentally thought he was the most outstanding student. He accidentally thought he had a full scholarship. He accidentally thinks he has 3 degrees. The man's just a goddamn liar. Faithless says this needs to go on a Trump commercial. Oh, believe me, it will.
I'm surprised it hasn't already.
The Trump team might not have seen it yet. There's a lot of Biden footage to comb through. He's been out there a while.
Yeah, but how do you forget that you don't have 3 degrees?
I know, right?
Like, I could understand you forget you earned 1, but that's because you obviously were in the bottom of your class. And as somebody that was in the bottom of my class, stop appropriating my culture.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being in the bottom of your class. If you graduate, you graduated. Good for you.
Yeah, nobody ever goes and looks at your GPA. If they do, that's weird, and they're probably going to stalk you. This is dumb. He lied about dumb, petty shit that nobody cared about.
Yeah, well, he had to be smart, y'all. Remember, this is a thing with a lot of your, especially your Washington liberals. You get this in Washington, New York, and LA a lot. They are smarter than you.
They're fucking better than you.
They're fucking better than you. They're smarter than you. They've gone to school more than you. This has become a thing. How many people voted for him that went to college? You know, a lot of people go to college and they're still fucking retards.
Yeah. Yeah, a piece of paper does not make you smart.
But and it's funny, it's like you don't think maybe there's a problem with college when everyone coming out of it is extremely liberal? That doesn't scream to you there's some kind of fucking bias going on there? Some indoctrination bullshit? Yeah. At the very least, it should make you curious. But they're smarter than me, Jack.
Yeah, that's the problem with elitists.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see what they, well, I don't know a good way to say it offhand because it's 5 a.m, but they have their blinders on. They don't think anybody that isn't exactly like them and had their same experience is smart. And that's a very dangerous mentality because that's how you end up with a lot of dead people. Just ask the communists.
There's a lot of good reasons to go to college. A lot of people come out and they are smarter, but not about everything. No. And Terry says, I either have 0 degrees or 100. I forget which. Thank you so much for the donation, sir. I'm going with 102.
At least.
At least. You're a very smart man. No, I hate that. I have a chip on my shoulder, kind of, Jack. Growing up the poor kid, and the only chance I was going to college was I could have gone to college if I applied myself in school. I probably could have got scholarships. But by the time I blew that, it's like, okay, I'm going to have to work real hard to do it. And I had a family, and it's like I could feed them or go to college. So I fed them. Well, us, not just them. And these little fucking assholes who come out of college and think they're the smartest thing ever. And like, all right, let's play. Let's see which one of us is smarter. You with your thousands of dollars degree or me. And I probably shouldn't be that way, Jack.
No, but it's the arrogance of it all. You know, you kind of want to knock them down a peg when they're acting like fools. Keeberdam
says, you were the Kenny of your friends. We were all Kenny. I mean, we're not talking. None of us was the rich kid. The kid who got Nintendo first, he was the rich kid. But yeah, I mean, I love arguing that I have a degree. What do you have? GED, bitch. Let's play. Let's dance, you dumb motherfucker. Don't look down your nose at people. How dare you?
Now, lots of people that are less educated than you know things that you don't know, and that's something you really don't want to underestimate. It's unreasonable and it's foolish, and it will end poorly.
Yeah. Degrees don't impart wisdom. That's true. They don't even necessarily impart knowledge. I know a lot of people who come out of college and like, oh wow, you're dumb as a rock. Anyhow, I gotta get that chip off my shoulder, Jack.
No, they gotta stop being arrogant douchebags about it.
I never used to like beat up rich kids. I had rich kids friends, especially in like high school. When you start, you don't really branch out when you're in elementary school. I don't know about you. I went to high school in Virginia Beach, and at the time there were 5 high schools there. And you just from knowing people, you'd end up knowing people at the other schools. One of my best friends actually went to a school quite a distance from me. But I didn't hate the rich kids. I liked rich kids if they weren't arrogant shitbags. You know what's weird? You run into those same kind of kid, like look down your nose and they're just as poor as you were.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you're poor too. Shut up. I will kick your ass. I have a degree, good job. Good for you. I have a job. Exactly, man. My college economics teacher told me that college was just to show you were trainable. There's a lot of people. When I got the job at the machine shop, I was wholly unqualified for that job, Jack. And I got there because I knew the guy's wife and she liked me, and my best friend was working there, and they both put in a good word for me. And I go in for my interview, and I did a very good interview. And he's like, normally I only take people from college. I'm like, well, why? I mean, does this really require a college degree? He's like, no. He goes, but it shows you can complete something.
And you're like, I've got kids.
Like, that's a really low bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Getting dressed shows you can complete something. Thank you, Gamer Valine. There's a name for that PhD. Only Cool PhD I know takes his citizenship test this year. He hated it, but it was for immigration. He's a great engineer. A name for what PhD? I don't know which PhD you're talking about. I hope your friend gets citizenship if he's, up on the legal side. Just saying. You never know. You never know. We haven't talked about immigration really since this whole Corona thing started.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's been an influx of that or not since this all started.
I have a theory, Jack. I think because if you look at the numbers, they were talking up to 2.2, I think it was 2.8 was the high. Million people died in the US alone. Excuse me. I think Donald Trump made that number up to scare Mexicans out of the country.
Maybe.
I think he made that up. He was noticing that immigration was dropping. And he's like, I bet we can do this without a wall. Corona is our new wall. Thanks for going with that.
No, I would love that to be true, but I don't have faith that that's the facts.
That's some Donald Trump 4D chess right there.
I hope so.
If not, it still worked.
Yeah, well, Mexico shut down their border helped out quite a bit.
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens.
Yeah, like we should threaten to send our people into Mexico.
We should. Like, we're going to send back your sick people. We used to give blankets. Now we're going to give sick people.
We're deporting people back to their homelands.
I saw a story about that, Jack, about this guy who was being sent back to Ecuador. And like, he might have corona. I'm like, well, check him. And either way, send his ass back. He's not my problem.
Yeah, that sounds like an Ecuador problem, not a U.S. problem.
Yeah. It's amazing how many times they come up with something. He can't go back. He doesn't have cable TV at his house in Ecuador.
Oh, boo-hoo.
That's a little facetious. I mean, it's more of like, I saw this one mother and daughter. I forget what country it was, El Salvador or something like that. And where there had been some political fighting, but it's died down. And they acknowledge this in the story. It's gotten better there, but they're still worried that something might happen to them.
Yeah, something might happen to them here, too.
Is all the shit they ran from gone? Good. Send them home. Anyway.
Yeah, I get tired of that argument. It's dangerous everywhere. Anybody that thinks it's not has not paid attention to their surroundings very closely. It's dangerous no matter where you live.
Polly, how you doing, man? He says, I was going to create a Twitch account, but it felt dirty. I did it anyway. Now I feel dirty. I have a Twitch account. I don't use it, and I probably never will, because of the fact, if you get monetized over there, if you get into their partner program, you have to give them first rights to your video. It has to stay. It has to be exclusive to them for a day, which would mean I would have to upload everything else separately. There's ways around it. I don't know what they are, and I would never be big enough for Twitch to look the other way. So I'd have to do it completely demonetized over there. And I don't like working for free, Jack.
Yeah, I don't either. Look, maybe you could look into DLive and do the simulcast thing, but yeah, I don't know. Twitch seems like it's more of a streamer's platform, and to me, it always will be associated with gaming.
They've gotten a lot more talkers over there now, which is fine. That's great. Good for them. I hope that they have lots of stuff, but I only use Twitch so that I can play music on stream without getting shut down partway through for copyright. Don't they, on the replays though, Delahazed, mute some of the volume or mute some of the audio if there's copyrighted material? I mean, that's still better than having the whole thing ripped down, but
Polly makes a good point. You don't have boobies either.
I know. You know who has boobies in a Twitch account?
Alita?
Gamer
Validity? Whatever her name is?
Gamer Valine.
Oh, really?
She keeps her titties put away, though.
Oh.
She doesn't Twitch stream right, man.
Has she ever got a cat drunk? I hear that's a big thing for Twitch streamers.
Not that I've seen. She wears like a short sleeve regular shirt with a collar that goes all the way up to her neck. It's like, woman, what are you doing? That's not how you Twitch stream.
Yeah, I mean, and don't wear a veil.
You're damn near Muslim over there, woman. What are you doing? But no, guys, if you want to, check her out. She does game streams and sometimes forgets to turn on her audio.
Yeah, well, Polly should be dropping his link in there to his Twitch so that people can go subscribe to it.
So should Gamer Valine. I was kind of dropping a hint there. They're on my YouTube now. Oh, cool. Nice. I didn't know you'd started using your YouTube. Unfortunately, they don't make it. They made it so you can't go to people's channels from chat anymore.
Yeah, it's weird.
Fucking morons. I wanted to test something. Because the other day I was able to do it by clicking somewhere else. And now I can't. Okay, so they took that away too. So yeah, you actually have to look up the channel now. Thank you. YouTube, why do you guys go out of your way to make it hard for people to find content?
Because they don't want the plebeians having that kind of power that is only for their corporate friends.
James Colley says, hashtag free the puppies. Delhay says they mute the audio, but I can always download the VOD and replace the audio with commentary to make YouTube video. Been thinking about doing that lately. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
I don't use music at all anyway for that very reason. I got hit one time for music, and that was in Red Dead Redemption. And I challenged it, and they quickly restored it. That was very nice of them. Most people actually do that, unless you're like hitting Sony or something like that. They're fuckers about their music.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they've been sued over the shit. Don't have content up there yet. I created the account to watch Irate Alex and Chaos Eve streams over there. That's what I do with mine. I mostly watch people. Occasionally I'll tune into Fright Supremacy, Ghastly's channel. They were playing 76 the other day, and I was watching his shit, and he's like way more advanced than I am, and it gave me an inferiority complex. I'm like, this is why I don't watch Twitch. You know, I got to be honest, I've never watched a titty streamer over there. The only time I've ever seen them is when one of them does something really stupid and it pops up on Twitter.
Yeah, I tried watching them before, and I was like, man, you guys are boring. They're just people that sit there and talk. It's like sad shows for lonely people.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a night, Jack. I like shows like this. We had some serious stuff, and we talked about gay men being privileged, and now we're talking about Twitch. That's the beauty of Monkey in the Morning. It goes all over the place. You never know where it's going to go. You could influence us. You could say something that sets us off on a tangent that lasts for hours. Now that the channel access is gone from chat, how can you verify that someone is a real person? I might be Jack impersonating me right now. You could have done that before, Polly. It was easy to check to see if it was a real person, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we all know I'm way too lazy for that.
Giga over there on Adonis Paul's channel. He's a follower of Golf City, and it's stayed with Adonis through it all. He used to do that to people all the time. He'd pop up in chats as Medicare. He'd pop up as Adonis. He'd pop up as he'd do it all the time. He has a whole bunch of accounts apparently.
Wow.
Gamer Evelyn says, a disclaimer, audio isn't the only issue I get into. I get into my game and ignore the audience. So you like Satsu. Giga's hilarious. Giga's funny as hell. It's easy to ignore the audience when you're in a game, especially if it's one that's like content. 7 Days to Die is a really good one for engaging your audience because you get to a point where you can just do off or oddball shit like building your house or fixing it up, or you're not always like in an intense firefight. It's really hard to pay attention to chat while you're trying to kill something on the screen. Is Joe Biden actually Marty McFly? Oh, that's a good question.
No, because he didn't bang his mom as far as we know.
Has anybody seen a picture of Tara Reid back when she was young in '93?
I remember they showed pictures of her, but I don't remember finding her attractive or anything.
Yeah, I'd like to see her legs. Is that wrong? I want to judge.
No.
Shit talking on Call of Duty when I'm one of those moods. You know, you can do that too. Talk to the game itself. As long as you're engaged. You'll notice a lot of times, even if I'm not responding to chat, well, not even most of the time, all the time, if I'm not responding to chat, I'm still talking. My game streams are 2 hours of me talking. I've gone as long as I think my longest game stream was 6 hours. Talking the whole fucking time.
Damn.
Yeah, I have the gift for gab, Jack. I'm a bullshit artist from way back.
Well, I get tired of my own voice, so.
Well, I'm also very into my own voice. I like both the voice you hear in your head and the voice that I hear over replay.
Oh yeah,
I'm a sexy beast. The other day, man, we had Dog and Undoomed on. That was the first time I was like, wow, my voice kind of sucks. Actually, I felt like the fat kid a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. They both have very, very nice voices.
They do.
Speaking of P-Dog, guys, he has a show every weekday and sometimes on the weekends at 10 a.m. Eastern over on P-Dog Night. It's called the Morning Night Live. Make sure you check that out if you guys are awake and looking for some content around 10 a.m. Check him out on Twitter too, man. He's often in the chat. Say hi to him. He's a very good fella. Our old lawyer dog. I still love that story, Jack. For those of you who've never heard the lawyer dog story, you've heard it, right, Jack?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So this guy gets picked up by the cops, They take him in for questioning. And he says to them, I want a lawyer, dog. And they didn't give him a lawyer because they couldn't find a lawyer dog.
Yeah, and that was such bullshit that the judge upheld that.
No, it was turned down.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The judge is like, you guys are fucking retarded.
Oh, man. I thought for some reason that the judge upheld that they were allowed to do that.
No. The fucked up part about that one was that they even tried getting it to stick.
Well, you got to throw everything and see what works.
I mean, Dangerous says, wait, what? No, that's a true story. That's why we call P-Dog Knight Lawyer Dog, because he has dog in his name. So he became Lawyer Dog. Like, we found one. He's not a lawyer, by the way. But yeah, they actually tried to uphold that shit in court. They're like, we're going to go argue that this makes sense. Damn good and well, he wasn't asking for a fucking talking dog with a law degree.
But if there was a talking dog with a law degree, they would be okay.
Was this an FBI Trump investigation? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Oh man, that whole thing blew up. Man, that's actually just getting a little bit disturbing, Jack. If you guys have been keeping up.
I've been saying since I've known you that I think there's a two-tier justice system, and this just proves it.
Right? Airbud wasn't available. I know. The latest with the Trump thing. Peter, wasn't it Peter Strzok? Is it Peter?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you so much, Gamer Valine. Check the hashtag next level neighbor troll. Oh, okay. Let me get over there. Gamer Valine, have I ever told you how very generous you are and that I appreciate it? You are a wonderful person. I appreciate the donations.
Well, I mean, the best audience on the internet's here.
Let's all right. Apparently, I'm going to read the tweet that this comes with. The owner had put up a Trump flag on his dock, and the people across from his house complained to the club. Admirals told him he had to take the flag down. The guy got pissed and sent his boat to get wrapped. This is a video of him bringing the boat home after. Oh, this is all right. Let's pause it. Blow it up. Oh, whoops. Blow it up on the other screen, dumbass. This is why I need a producer. YouTube. Oh, no, wait. AT&T, get me better internet so I can become bigger. And then me and Jack can be officially employed.
That'd be nice.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
that's a fucking amazing troll right there. Oh wow. What are they gonna do? Tell me he has to take his boat out?
He's just sticking his middle finger out.
Oh, this was recorded by the people he was trying to piss off. Oh, that's awesome. Did you hear that part, Jack?
Yeah, he's sticking his middle finger out.
Sticking his middle finger at us. Well, you shouldn't have been such a dick.
Yeah, quit being a fucking nanny. You don't like Trump. Suck it up. I don't like a lot of things, and I put up with them, and I see them, and I just keep on going. You know why? Because life's too short to get tied up in petty little bullshit like who somebody voted for. I care more about, is the guy next to me dealing drugs? Is he going to rob my stuff?
Gamer says, cash money host, since I'm at work half the time you stream. No, I'm just acknowledging that I think you're my boss. Technically. I think I work for her now.
You work for a lot of people.
I do, because we have the best audience in the world. Speaking of which, guys, we're brought to you by you. I want to discuss that. Brought to you by you. Yes, donations help, and we do love them. We do appreciate them, and you do have our links going in chat. And thank you, Stargazer Nuts, for dropping those so often, and Becca and Prospero and Oh, somebody else was doing it the other day. Fuck, I forgot.
Evolve does it for us a lot.
Evolved, yes. All of you who dropped that, we really do appreciate it. But you know what else supports us, Jack?
Like, share, and subscribe? Or were you referring to your Patreon?
No, I was actually referring just to them being here.
Oh, yeah, that does help. And talking in chat helps. And,
it does.
Just being amazing people helps.
Yeah, whether you guys know it or not, every time you type into chat, you're helping us. It's called engagement, you guys. And YouTube is like, oh my God, they have people watching. We have to demonetize them now. Lights on MGTOW, thank you so much. Meth money, I appreciate that, but I hope you mean menthol.
I think he means Mentos. They're the fresh maker.
I've heard a blowjob with one of those is good. I've never had one though.
With menthol? Yeah.
Yeah. With one like rolling around in her mouth while she's doing it.
That's not so good because it could be a little burny. But if she had one in her mouth for like 2 minutes before and then starts, yes, it's amazing. Also, hot tea blowjobs.
Oh, yeah.
That's an outstanding feature that they have in many, many places.
I'm going to buy a tea kettle and some Mentos. I've never had the Mentos. Mentos. Fuck, why can't I say it?
I don't know.
They make a fruit one, and I eat those. I don't like I don't want that much mint in my. I love mint. I just don't want that much. Hey, Monk, have you heard about the crazy cat lady going on the internet skinning cats? No, and that's something. Yeah, fuck her. This is typing. You're welcome. Thank you. Seriously, it really does help. Do you supply the tea bag then, Jack?
Yeah, only if it's a good work. Yes.
I don't like my balls being sucked. Just throwing that out there. It's a weird feeling.
Well, you can always do the thing where you wait till she's asleep and drop them on her forehead.
Lady Monkey does not find that funny.
She doesn't have to. You're the one laughing.
She was sitting in front of me on the couch. I was on the couch. She was on the floor. And we were watching something, and I believe she was folding clothes at the time. And her head was right about couch level, the top of her head. And I got this idea in my head. So I scooched forward a little bit, pulled out my balls, and I laid them on her forehead. She got quite angry. She said that was very disrespectful. She got even angrier. We had a couple friend that we used to hang out with all the time. And they came over and I told the story. And the guy was my best friend. And he laughed so hard he could barely breathe. And I got in more trouble for that. Like, I didn't do it again.
No, but you told a couple. See, you should have told him in private and not told it in front of him and his wife.
She told them.
Oh, she told them and you got in trouble?
Yeah, she was trying to say that I was bad. I'm like,
okay, I don't get that one. Chicks are weird.
Everybody was supposed to admonish. She laughs about it now, guys. But this was when we were much younger, and yeah, she did not find that funny at all. Like, note to self: do not put balls on wife's forehead. I'm helping you younger guys out there. Don't do that.
Yeah, and don't mushroom stamp her when she's yelling at you either.
She got very angry and called it very disrespectful. Is that very angry? Oh, you had to see her when she was saying it. Yes, it was quite angry. There's a lot of things I do that Lady Monkey has told me is disrespectful over the years. Yeah, I don't do them anymore because I'm not an asshole. I do things that I think are funny, and if she doesn't find it funny, I do stop because I'm not an asshole.
No, and you've seen wives with knives. You know you have to sleep at some point. She's got keys to where you sleep.
Yeah, and she watches all this shit. She sees all the mistakes these people make when they get caught on Snapped, and she knows how to avoid them.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Right? When she started watching that show, because I've always had this notion, Jack, that I'm going to wake up with a knife in my chest from her. Because we are very different people, and I know I annoy her. I know I do because I can't help myself.
Well, if it's funny, I get it. But I'm single, so
you're still an asshole, a nice one, but still an asshole. Exactly. I'm not a jerk about it. Women choose chloroquine tank cleaner. Trump told me to do it. No, I'm still, I don't think I'll ever grow out of that. If I think it's funny, I'll do it or say it. Because I like to make people laugh. That's what people don't get about that. It's not that I want to be an asshole. I want to make people laugh.
I usually do it because I want to make me laugh. And I find it funny. Therefore, everybody else should too. But it's primarily so I can get a giggle. And it usually backfires. But, it's a good time. And I'm a freak magnet, so that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, indeed. I got very lucky with Lady Monkey because she probably should have stabbed me a long time ago. She's a sweetheart. And why is Ice-T trending? I don't care. I really don't. He probably didn't do anything wrong. He probably spoke proper English for a change. Look, I like his music. Have you seen New Jack City recently?
No, not in probably 10 or 15 years.
I saw it when it first came out and I loved it. And then I watched it again probably 5 years ago or so. That movie's garbage.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a bad comic book movie.
Yeah, it was he got a what's his name? Mario directed that one, didn't he? Mario Van Peebles?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember much about it at all. I just remember thinking it was bad.
No, I liked it. I mean, it's a good gritty look at a kind of it's one of the first black crime family movies. And Nino Brown, I mean, Nino was cool. Wesley Snipes was cool as shit in that movie. But that movie, go back and watch it. It's garbage. It's absolute. The acting is horrible. The cinematography is good. When you notice the cinematography, that's a bad fucking movie. You're still alive because you didn't want to be young, single mother with 3 kids. Yeah, but we're much older now, James. Much older now.
Now she's too tired to leave. You've worn her down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. There are some really great lines in New Jack City. And the Am I my brother's keeper part is really cool. It even comes with that Cain and Abel kind of ending. Gamer Valine, thank you. 47 knives in my house, so same, but they'll know how many times. Also check hashtag. This is why I want to rant this week, because I can explain why women in STEM feminism hurts me because I'm a chick. Oh, well, remind me if you have a night off, and I'll have you on, sweetie. New Jack City's very overrated. Nino Brown is a terrible, over-the-top villain. I think it works in that movie. I really do. But he's the only thing that worked in that movie.
Last Dragon was a far superior movie.
And that weird thing that Ice-T wore on his head, that hat that kind of pulled all of his hair into it, and so it looked like he had a bag on his head. That's very distracting. Gamer says off until Wednesday. Remind me tomorrow. Because we're getting ready to wrap this one up, Jack. It's been a while. What is this? AlphaManTraining.com. Approaching women during the day. $20,000.
Yeah, I saw Polly put that up. And okay, first of all, I understand not being good around women, but that can come through practice and not being a creepy weirdo. Paying some asshole 20 grand is not going to fix whatever your underlying problem is with talking to women.
Alpha Man training videos, which we analyze during the training. We start with videos how to approach one girl, how to approach 2 girls, how to approach a group of girls with a guy, all uncut infield videos, which we explain during Alpha Man training sessions. If you would like to see those videos, contact us. How much would you pay to completely eliminate your fear to approach women? It is priceless. How much would you pay for a new girlfriend? Priceless. Isn't that prostitution?
It sounds sort of like that. But I'm also picturing a guy dressed up like the crocodile hunter going, all right, we've got a lone one by herself. Let's see how close I can get. You know, I can't do an Australian accent, so I'm doing my like ghetto accent.
Crikey.
But that's like, we've got a whole flock here. All right, we've got 10 girls. I brought Phil with me, so we're gonna use a classic pincer maneuver. I'm gonna push them toward him. We'll get one yet. No, this is fucking dumb.
Faithless said, "Oh, excuse me. That's another reason we're wrapping up soon. Excuse me. I'm so least professional monkey. You guys know better. Is that the fine for approaching the woman? No. This is a training course. 20 grand. Look, guys, I'll teach you how to talk to women. Seriously, it's easy.
Yeah, Greg nailed it. If you have 20 grand to spend on this course, you can afford a girlfriend.
No shit. You got 20 grand. Go get yourself a nice car. Here's how you approach it. Look, I know it's scary. I do. I've been there. Fake it. Just go up there and talk to them. Go up there and be like, hi, how are you? Now, you know what's wrong with these, Jack? Besides it being completely bullshit.
It preys on the weaknesses of young men that don't know any better.
That's part of it. But the other part is, if you look at the videos, I'll bring up the picture so you can see what I'm talking about here. Where's my producer? Oh yeah, I can't afford one. There we go. Like this girl here. See that? She knows she's being filmed.
Yeah.
They know they're being filmed for these things. And guys, I'll be honest with you. If you want to approach women, that's a way to do it. I've seen a lot of people do it. Tell them you're shooting a video for your YouTube channel and you were wanting to talk to them and see what they thought. There you go. You got an in right there.
Yeah, do not tell them it's for your OnlyFans.
Yeah, don't tell them it's for your private collection either.
Yeah, you wait till you're finished and then tell them that.
Mr. Moose says, fake it till you make it. True. Yeah. Confidence comes from success.
Yeah. You have a small victory that leads to bigger victories.
Yep.
So you have to have a little bit of faith in yourself. And I don't know, people are very odd about this, but really just go out there and talk to people and try not to say anything weird. Don't talk about your weird sex habits. Don't talk about masturbation. Don't talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, if you're going to talk about one of those two, talk about masturbation. Otherwise, don't talk about that. You know, just be normal and try and have a general conversation. Even if it's just a quick one, it's fine. Build up to it.
Yeah, here's the other thing. When you're starting out, don't go out there looking for a girlfriend.
No,
just go out there looking to talk.
Yeah, just to meet people.
Yeah.
If it leads somewhere, it leads somewhere. But you can't assume it's going to. Just be friendly.
Look for a woman with a dog who's walking a dog. Because the hardest part is that opening. The hardest part is the opening. Like, how am I going to talk to her? You could, nice day, isn't it? And she'll be like, oh, this fucking asshole. But if she has a dog, oh my God, your dog is so cute. Can I pet it? And she'd be like, don't touch my dog, asshole. I'm calling the police. That's what's going to happen every time, you loser. Just fucking with you. Most of the time, women will just be nice to you. They're not all the feminist freaks you see on YouTube.
Yeah, but if they have dyed hair, man, red flag.
Face piercings, red flag.
Yeah. A shirt that says anything about feminism.
Now, shirt piercing with really dark eyeliner and a ripped shirt, that can be fun.
Yeah, maybe.
You're probably not running into a feminist there. You're probably running into a woman with severe daddy issues who wants to suck your butt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you so much. Wants to suck your butt. Why do you people listen to this?
It's good question.
Thank you so much. When in doubt, dazzle them with the dedication or baffle them with bullshit. Yeah. Just go up and talk to them. They're just people.
Yeah.
They're just people.
A pro tip, do not go up and say, will you help me find my lost dog? That is serial killer stuff. I saw a guy actually use that to try and pick up chicks, and it ended about as well as you'd expect.
Now, will you help me find my lost grandma? They'll come with you.
Yeah, but you better have a real lost grandma or you're going to have problems.
No, what you do is you don't find her for about 20 minutes, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to just call the police. Thank you so much. If you want an update, if you give me your phone number, I'll call you and let you know what happened. Ding, number. Just saying. And make sure you have a big van that you get into. Women, a guy with a van.
Yeah,
and don't go with a minivan. You need like a cargo van.
Yeah, you need the full size, generic looking white utility van. Maybe with a sign that says free candy on it.
Tinted windows on that motherfucker. Oh, Jack, I think we really should stop right now.
And never take advice from us.
No, this is for entertainment purposes only. And I do hope you were entertained. Thank you so very much for coming and hanging out with us. 6 a.m. here, Eastern time, and we have 164 people watching. You guys are fucking amazing, and we do love you. Thank you so very much for your generous donations. Gamer Valine, again, thank you. I'd lose my dog if me and the guy split. He would get a girl real quick, though. My pupper is cute, and he just gets awes from the women. Well, see, you could get a woman with it, too. You don't even have to wait. Guys, some guys like that. I'm just telling you. But thank you so very much for the donations. Your generosity is appreciated more than I could ever express. Jack, anything you'd like to show out tonight?
I'm going to be posting some new videos tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. There's my channel link. And thank you guys for the donations. You guys are awesome to put up with us every night.
Don't forget, in the links, there's also, I believe I have your Amazon link. And if I don't, I need it so I can get it down there. Jack has written several books. He also has several different channels. They are listed below. Check them all out. Also, follow us on Twitter. We have our Twitters down there. Tonight, there's no Lords of the Night, but I will be with Satsu over on 2 Cents Plus playing 4 hours worth of Fallout 76. And we're giving away a game worth $60 over on Steam. You can pick the game yourself if you win. So come check that out. It's a lot of fun. Chat, thank you so much for coming by. Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Damn it, Frank. Thank you. It's sad that trucked out vans. It's sad that trucked out vans are no longer cool. I agree with you because I would like the space, but yeah, they've kind of gotten a really bad reputation after people were snatching kids.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you, Frank. I need